All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call this meeting to order. I want to appreciate everybody being here. At this time, let's all please stand for a moment of prayer. Richard, would you mind doing prayer for us tonight, please?
Thank you, Lord, for this time to come together. We're very thankful for the blessings that you bestowed upon us, and we pray for our high school students and those all over the country for safety and peace, and we pray this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. And while we're standing, Mr. Keller, you being a veteran, you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. All right, we're down to item number 4 on minutes to the agenda. We have 4 items we want to add to the minutes of the agenda under zoning. A, under Rezone Request, add the following: rezoning case RZ-12171233, parcel number 009-078-00. Item B, rezoning case RZ-118-1234, parcels 065086. Number C, conditional use case RZ-118-1235, parcel 012002002. And D, text amendment case TA-121711, chapter 4, advertising and signs. I need that's the only change we have to the agenda. I need approval for that agenda, please.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, let nobody saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. All right, we have got an approved agenda. That brings us down to item number 6, employee recognition. We have 2 employees. We have Ms. Constance Turcott and Virginia Lee Sanders. Virginia Lee is not with us, but Ms. Constance, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Becky Denny.
Thank you. Well, it is my honor to get to recognize our long-term employees, which we're so proud of. So we have Connie Turcott, 10 years of service in the finance department.
We're going to take a
We can
picture.
get a picture.
Photo walk.
Make it fast.
Hey.
Right your way.
That guys? Thanks, Connie.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tomorrow's your day off, isn't it, Connie?
I'll be here.
Oh, okay.
No, sir.
All right. That brings us down to consent agenda. Item number 7. We signed a proclamation for an Optimist Club of Jasper. Proclamation by Optimist Club of Jasper, Optimist Day, February the 1st, 2018. Whereas volunteers working with young people who are our joy of today and our hope for tomorrow, are exuberant representatives for the potential to be reached and dreams to come true. They are also unbounded in their enthusiasm to use their own talent, skills, and hard work to make a difference in others' lives. And whereas members of the Optimist International will celebrate Optimist Day throughout the world the first Thursday of every February to promote their efforts in helping and recognizing the young people that make a difference in their communities and who will encourage a greater exchange of ideas between young people and adults. And whereas there are 2,400 Optimist clubs with more than 70,000 members in the Optimist International and Optimist members throughout the world that carry out more than 6,500 service projects that serve 6 million young people a year. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Robert P. Jones, County Commissioner, Chair of Pickens County, Georgia, issue the proclamation declaring the first Thursday of every February as Optimist Day in Pickens County, Georgia. May this day install pride in our local optimists for all their accomplishments and for the impact they have to truly make a difference in others' lives. Robert P. Jones, Pickens County Commissioner, Chair. Thank you very much. That was on the consent agenda. Then that brings us down to old business. Under old business, we have the EMA generator grant. Mr. Nicholson, you want us to give an update on that particular grant?
Yes, on Tuesday of this week, I signed the papers and submitted it to get the check released. It came to a total of $185,737.
Wow.
Is the state, federal share they're gonna pay for it.
And that's for the generators coming up this coming year.
Nope, that's one we.
That's what we've already received.
Has to pay, so
Okay.
now we'll get our part back
Okay.
and the grant, so.
All right. Y'all have any other questions for him on those generators? And now I'm gonna go ahead and say those are for the water department for the pump stations.
Yes.
All right. That brings us down to item number 9 under new business. We have a note here about the Pickens County and City of Jasper Economic Development Council. We would like to discuss that in the near future, but when y'all got a recommendation for that particular item?
I would, I'd like to make a motion on that. I make a motion that we take 30 days and get with a representative from the Chamber of Commerce, the city, and the county, and come up with some answers, and if we can just have 30 days on that.
All right. You want to make that in the form of a motion?
I do.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being, we're going to postpone that for 30 days so we have time to review all that. All in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. All right. That brings us down to the financial report. Ms. Harvey, I'm going to turn it over to you, young lady.
The projector is not working.
It's starting to come up.
Is it?
Kill it. Well,
Yeah.
Blow the candle out.
well,
We have a blue screen.
well, I'll tell you what. Ms. Harvey, can you give us a verbal? And if anybody would like to have a copy of that, please ask.
Yeah. And Mary can post it for us tomorrow. Okay, on the revenue side, and this is for the first month of our fiscal year, January 2018. And on the revenue side, we collected a total of $740,641. That's 2.84% of the total revenue budget. For the general government functions, the expenditures were $164,364, and that's 4.2%. For the judicial functions, the expenditures were $176,163, and that's 5.12%. Public safety expenditures were $860,918, and that is 6.48%. For the public works, expenditures were $140,290, and that's 4.69%. For the health department, the senior center, and the MATS program, the expenditure side is $8,015, and that's 1%. For culture and recreation, expenditures were $36,699, and that's 3.8%. For housing and development, expenditures were $30,742, and that is 4.67%. So the total expenditures for the month were $1,417,191, and that's 5.44%. There were additional revenues and expenditures that were accrued back to the previous fiscal year, to 2017. This month, our final check run in February will be the last of anything that can be accrued back, and I will have a new December 2017 report for you after that. For if we look at the enterprise funds, for the water department, the expenditures were $70,794, and that is 3.3%. The airport, $40,307, and that's 9.15%. The line item budget reports went out to the department heads and elected officials on February 9th, and I have copies of those reports if y'all need to look at them.
And real quick, the auditors are still on schedule.
Yes, the audit, the auditors will be here Monday, February 26th for that week to do testing and to do the agencies, the elected officials, and the sheriff's office, tax commissioner's office. They'll be back on March 26th for that week to do our, to do field work in our office. And we should have a draft of the audit by mid-May.
All right, any further questions from Ms. Harvey?
No.
All right,
Good job.
thank you, Ms. Fay, we do appreciate that very much. All right, that brings us down to item number 9 under action items. Approval of the minutes under the A section. Number 1, the regular board meeting, which was on January 18th of 2018. You've all been forwarded those copies. Read through them. I couldn't find anything wrong or out of place. I need to move in a second to approve those meetings unless you all see something that we need to change.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and a second for the February 18th, 2018 meetings. Any further discussion? None being, all that in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. All right. Then we have another called meeting, which was on January 18th of 2018 also. You've got those minutes in front of you, and they've already been pre-sent out. Y'all see any changes or notations on that one that need to be changed? If none being, I need to move a second to approve those meetings. Minutes.
Second.
Moving a second to approve the minutes. Any further discussion? None being, all that in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, thank you. All right, then we had a work session on February the 1st, 2018. Again, you've all been privy to these minutes, and I didn't see any changes or corrections that need to be made. Have y'all seen any?
No, sir.
And if not, I need a move and a second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. All right, that brings us down to the, also had a called meeting on February the 1st, 2018. Y'all been privy to those minutes also. Didn't find anything in the minutes to suggest any changes unless y'all seen anything. If not, I need to move a second for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being, let that be known by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. All right. Better get up to Miss Lisa. Good. All right, that brings us down to B, the rezoning requests. We have, on A, we have the first rezoning case, which is the RZ 1217-1233. Request for change in land use classifications. Lady by the name of Paula Blanton, Talking Rock Falls Northeast, which is off of East Price Creek Road. The vote was 6 yes to 0 no to recommend the approval of the rezone request on the 5.91 acres going from rural residential to small agriculture. Y'all have any questions or comments on that? If none being, I need a move in a second to approve. If this is your rating, she wants to braise some goats.
So moved.
Have a move and a second to approve. Any further discussion? None being, all that in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. That is completed. All right. Item B, the next rezone request is RZ 118-1234 under Mr. Terry West on Cardinal Road, which Cardinal Road is off of Lower Daddy Mill. He is wanting to go from neighborhood commercial also to small agriculture. That was voted on, and it was 6 yes to 0 no to recommend the approval of the rezone request by the Planning and Development Board. What is your likeness? What would you like to do? Approve? And if you do, I need to move a second to approve this classification, please.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being, all that in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. All right, We have the number C, we got a conditional use case RZ 1181235 under Mr. Ben Jones, approximately 10.75 acres in an agricultural district off of 462 Cedar Springs Hollow, which is off of West Whitestone?
Old White.
Oh, Whitestone Road. Okay. It also was, by the planning commission, the recommendations are 6 yes to 0 no to recommend the approval of the conditional use request with the condition that all activity cease at 10 p.m. on the 10.75 acre parcel contained on tax map parcel 012-002-002. Need a move and a second to approve.
Second.
Have a move and a second to approve. Any further discussion? None being all that in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, thank you. That has been approved. All right, that brings us down to a text amendment that we're dealing with in the KTA 12-1711, the readoption of Pickens County Code of Ordinances, Chapter 4, Advertising and Signs. Richard, you want to give us a brief rundown on this?
Yes, sir, and if I can, just a point of clarification to ask for you and for the county attorney. The last motion, was that a motion to vote and approve, or approve with the one condition passed on by the planning commission?
It was my understanding was to approve the conditions by the planning commission.
The way I read it, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Also,
Yeah.
Okay, so the text amendment for signs, there are no major changes. This is legal information to add so that it's more legally defensible. The sign regulations are not content-based. You know, if something says, I love Jesus, I love ex-presidential candidate or whatever, or if something says Joe's pressure washing, as county staff, we should not concern ourselves with the content, just the fact that it needs to be permitted in a certain location, in other words, on private property, and a certain height and a certain size. And so, again, there are no major changes. This has been reviewed by the county attorney, who has no objections, recommended unanimously by the planning commission, and so, you know, just makes it a little more bulletproof.
So what did it?
what Richard's done is we've had a few recent decisions in this area, and Richard has gone through and made the revisions to our sign ordinance.
Okay.
Based upon the development of the case law. We last revised this maybe 10 or it's between 10 and 15 years ago. We had the case with the city. I think the city of Jasper was involved in that too. So it's time, and I think Richard's done a good job with revisions that he's proposed. And he and I have talked about those recent cases that he's referring to, some of which are in their old ordinance, but there are a couple of new ones in there.
All right, y'all got any questions? I need a move and second to approve the readoption of this text amendment.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and second. Any further discussion? None being all that in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, thank you. All right, that brings us down to item C, Pickens County Water and Sewer Authority rate increase. This is in regard to a particular meters. The proposed rate increase is to add another minimum. This minimum would be a $9 per thousand above a 10,000 gallon to cover water usage, that from a 2-inch meter. And this is just 2-inch meters only, correct?
No, it's 2 inches or above.
Or above?
Yeah.
2 inches or above. And that would cost Pickens County Water to go over their daily water allocation with the Gordon County Water and Cherokee Water. So the Water Authority Board has already reviewed it.
Yeah, they recommended it.
And they've recommended it. That's what I looked at the other day.
What percent of the usage is that going to take? Is that going to encompass with the 2-inch and above?
Probably about 5% of our customers is 2-inch and above. So 95% of our customers is residential. So, I mean, it's not gonna be a whole, a big amount. It's just, we have certain customers that use, almost, I
Given,
wanna say,
given the particulars on the one on the southeast corner of the county,
they use 180,000 gallons a day of our 280,000 gallons that were allocated in that area. And that don't leave us but 100,000 for our customers. And we go over, then we're hit with a surcharge, and so we have to pay double for per thousand. If we use 400,000 gallons, we're having to pay $4.70 a thousand, for 200,000 gallons.
and I think that's what spurred this on for 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That this customer got.
So we've got to recoup, if that customer's gonna keep doing that, we've got to recoup and charge. And that's why we're not gonna hit the residential customers, it's the ones that's using the bigger meters that's gonna be using the most water.
Anybody else got any more questions? I need to move in a second to go ahead and approve this recommendation that was brought before us by the water board.
So moved.
Second.
Have a move and a second. Any further discussion? None being, all that favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right. Now that brings us down to an item, Board of Tax Assessors Sam Brannon Agreement. Mr. Dodd, do you want to speak to that real quick?
That's basically what we discussed in the work session earlier this month.
Right.
It's Mr. Brannon used to work for Hall Booth Smith and helped us on some particular properties. Now there's a different affiliation, and we just need to have an updated agreement to deal with him as our representative.
Any more questions on that one? I think we've already had that discussion. Need to move a second to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Moving a second, any further discussion? None being, all that in favor, let know by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed, thank you. I think we're gonna he's got it, Roy's got to get the chair of the Board of Tax Assessors to sign on that also. All right, he was playing the Highlands music, where'd he run off to?
That is Kill.
That is Larry Wilson. He was gonna make they're opening up a new school. Mr. Wilson, we were just talking about you.
I apologize.
We're just tickled you didn't know where you killed tonight, so we're pleased on that. I'm gonna go on down to item number 12, which is guest and comments. Other than, I know Mr. Wilson would you like to make a comment?
If you don't mind.
No, please.
If you don't mind, I think I'll just use this chair and prop this up. I wanted to officially make you aware, can y'all see that? Of the folk school. I'm sure most of you have heard about it. The folk school is the Southern Appalachian Folk School. We will be housed at 255 Chambers Street, which is
the old defects building.
yes, it's the defects building, which is right here. But to give you, the reason for the map is to give you an idea of the location to downtown Jasper. This is the courthouse, the elementary school, Jasper Park, City Park, Jasper City Hall, and I got this upside down. There we go. The Baptist Church is located here, the Methodist Church is located here. We're 3.5 blocks from the courthouse, so we're basically right downtown. When we were looking at this, we did a due diligence and we looked at 8 areas in Pickens County, established number values for certain criteria that we were looking at, and Jasper won out with basically this right here. That's the Woodbridge Inn. One of the things that we were looking for is accessibility to food source and lodging. Woodbridge Inn provides both of those, and we're working with Hans for him to provide some food as well as lodging. And we're working with some other motels in the area also. But the school, we will start our first classes the 24th of this month, the weekend of February the 24th. We will have 3 classes. One of them will be basket weaving, another one will be felting, and the other one will be old-fashioned whittling. So, and though we also have a Facebook page and a website, and anybody interested can go to the website, register, pay for classes, and then attend. This building right here, like you said, is the DFAX building, and it is 4,500 square feet. It provides us a great opportunity for office space as well as classrooms.
You're showing the house behind the DFAX building also. Is that part of your?
That's, yes, as a matter of fact, the lady that owns the DFAX building also owns that building.
Okay.
And she has been just all too gracious with us, working with us. When she visited us, when we signed the contract on it, she said that, let us know she had that building. We already knew she did, but she said, y'all need that building, and I'm gonna hold it for you. So that one is basically tied up too. So we've got these 2 buildings. Well, in doing a location, what we want to do is provide a walkable residential campus. And this area, close to downtown Jasper, has a lot of residential area. And this right here provides a great opportunity for us. We have the anchor of our school building here, and Woodbridge Inn is the southern anchor on Chambers Street. We are looking at possibly, there's another building. This building right here is currently available. It has been purchased, gutted, and now is for sale again. We just need somebody to give us some money. So we're actively pursuing different fundraisers. We're looking at doing a benefit singing of Appalachian music and dance on the property this coming summer, spring or summer. So we're actively pursuing some avenues of funding. But I wanted to meet with you and make y'all officially aware of it, and ask if there's any questions you might have that I might answer.
I just want to compliment you. I came to the open house, and it was amazing how large the space is inside. When you're looking from the outside, it doesn't look that large. It's really nice.
We had an open house, and I don't remember the date, it was just within the last couple of weeks, for artists, which we hope we could convince a lot of them to be instructors, which we were able to do so. But at that meeting, open house or reception, we had about 87 people show up, which was fantastic. And the amount of energy in that building that day is nothing short of phenomenal. It was so exciting. You just floated around, and it was a lot of energy there.
That's good. I like to see downtown and grow with what's going on downtown as we speak now, and that'll be just an asset to the community.
We feel that it will be a great asset. We feel that as the school develops and we begin to provide more and more classes, we're initially starting out with weekend classes, mainly because we don't have the equipment to do, like, I'm a potter, so we can't do pottery because we don't have the wheels or keels or space. So as we can grow and get additional locations and can fund some of the equipment, we also want to provide a blacksmith shop as well as a woodworking shop. But that takes quite a bit of money on the front end just to provide the equipment and tools for those crowds. But we hope, like I said, we hope to eventually expand into providing week-long classes, which we feel will bring people into this area to do shopping and other activities, we hope. We think that this is not the answer of all answers, but it could be a shot in the arm for the downtown area, because we feel it may generate some additional commercial uses or other uses in this area.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. You might want to get with Miss Lindsay there. She might want to take a picture of that before she gets going.
I've gotten the backside of it a few times.
This, while she's doing that, this is the
That's the internal layout.
that's the internal layout. What we've done, this area back here, there are 5 office buildings, 5 offices currently. We are removing walls and installing one wall to create 3 medium-sized classrooms. This area down here, which is classroom 4, we're removing walls for 4 offices and creating 1 large office. And then we've got, 1 large classroom. These 4 right here are small offices, 10 by 10. Those will be our smaller classrooms. We'll have room for office space on the front, as well as we're removing this wall, which is the wall that separated the receptions. We're going to take that out and enlarge this area here and make it a gallery and foyer area, and provide this space back here is going to be a gift shop. And we also have a conference room in the building too. It's a lot of excitement, and like I said, a lot of energy, and it's been a tremendous ride. And all of us on the board, there's 6 board members. There were 8 founders of the school. I'll try to name them for you. Heather Poole, Billy Roper, I was going to do this. Rhonda Lindsay, who is a poet and a resident. Heather is a potter like myself. Billy Roper is a folk artist. He's also going to be one of our instructors. One of the classes we hope to teach or have, it will be called something along the lines of the Appalachian language. There is a separate Appalachian language, and Billy Roper is fluent in that. And he is going to be the instructor on that. It's the other, like I said, Rhonda is a poet. Debbie Brownlee is a graphic artist. J.J. Roper is a businesswoman in the community, and I don't know if that's all of them or not. That's close. I probably missed somebody. If I did, I apologize before they hear about it.
Oh, so Larry, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate your presentation.
Thank you.
All right, any further comments? Bart? Okay, all right. Before we get going, though, I just want to wish good luck. We all want to wish good luck to the Dragons. Playoffs are tomorrow night, starting at 7 o'clock for the Pickens High Dragons at Pickens High School. So if everybody, please come if you can. We all want to back our girls and anyone that goes to sport that has a state opportunity. But again, y'all have a safe weekend. Be careful and try to stay dry the way it's raining every day. Y'all have a good evening. This meeting is now adjourned.